asking honest questions and getting honest answers. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Recovery Classroom. My name is Drew. I am a recovering alcoholic. We've been talking about the lies that we tell ourselves. And over the last couple days, I've been talking about some of the lies that I told myself, told people closest to me, my family members, my wife and my kids, and how those lies are easy for us to believe, especially whenever we are in active addiction, when we're actively drinking and actively drugging. And it becomes so much easier for us to believe those lies whenever we're actively using. And I kind of want to button all this up today and start shifting gears a little bit more towards what I like to call asking honest questions and getting honest answers. As I shared, there were many times that my wife or my kids would be like, "Hey, Dad, can you stop drinking?" "Yes, I'm going to stop drinking. I'll stop drinking tomorrow. I'll stop drinking next week," or whatever. And at the time I said those things, I fully 100% intended to fulfill that vow, fulfill that promise. It wasn't like I didn't mean it. Of course, I meant it. Somewhere along the line, my alcoholism would take back over, and I would pick up and start drinking again. And so I realized that, hey, I just told a lie. I just told a fib to my kids, or I lied to my wife and said I was going to stop drinking, but yet here I am drinking. So not only did I feel bad about lying to the people closest to me, the people that mean the world to me, not only do I feel depressed because I've been lying to them, unintentionally lying to them, I'm going to top it all off by pouring a depressant down my throat to make me even more depressed. And so but then this went on, especially for the latter part of my drinking career. And by June of 2021, I'd had enough. I felt like the world's biggest piece of shit. I would make a vow, make a promise to my family or my friends, and I couldn't keep it. And so talk about feeling depressing and disheartened. That was me. And I do remember June of 2021, I was on my way back from our dating trip, and I remember thinking, I'm just going to start getting honest. When somebody asks me if I'm drinking, I'm going to stop lying. I know it's not going to change the world overnight. Oh, I know, I get that, I get all that. But I am just going to start being honest. And I remember over the course of the next 3 weeks or so, every night I'd go to bed and my wife would ask me, she's like, "Have you been drinking tonight?" And I'd say, "Yep, I sure have." And I stopped lying. I remember what a relief it was, believe it or not, even in the midst of my drinking career, I remember what a relief it was to start just being honest. And granted, it took me about 3 weeks of doing that before I finally realized, hey, you know what? I probably need to try this sobriety thing once again. It brings me to the point of this. When you come into the rooms of recovery, you hear people say you got to work an honest program. You got to get honest with yourself. You got to be honest with others. And it goes back to who are we lying to? And it's those lies that we tell ourselves. And in order to learn how to be honest with ourselves, we got to start asking ourselves honest questions. I'm not talking about the loaded questions, the questions where we know we can ask certain questions in order to manipulate. I'm talking about we have to ask ourselves honest questions and give ourselves honest answers. See, whenever I was actively drinking, I would give myself honest answers to questions that were not honest at all. They were not sincere. They were specifically designed to allow me to manipulate a situation. And that's the key. That's the key, is asking yourself honest questions and being able to give ourselves honest answers. Let me pose it like this. In recovery, we are getting to know who we are as individuals because we've forgotten. Think about whenever maybe you meet a new spouse or a new girlfriend, new boyfriend. You go out and meet them for the very first time. What do? You talk and you ask questions. What do you like? What's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? Do you do this? Do you do that? That's how you're finding out about that individual. You're asking them honest questions, and hopefully they're giving you honest answers. Recovery is all about getting to know who you are as a person because we've forgotten. And we can't do that if we're not asking ourselves honest questions and giving ourselves honest answers. It always leads back to accountability. And that's what we'll be talking about in the days to come. So with that being said, I'm out of time. Thank you guys for letting me come in and share 5 to 10 minutes of your day with you. You guys absolutely keep me sober, and I cannot be any more appreciative. We'll be talking again soon. Remember, guys, you can't get drunk if you don't take that first drink.